The only thing that matters in life is your own opinion about yourself. Also, Swami Vivekananda said it best: conquer yourself, and the whole universe is yours. He declares the history of the world is the history of a few men who had faith in themselves. Self confidence is the key to the success of an individual in life. Without this strong faith in oneself, man becomes a helpless toy in the hands of the powerful winds of destiny and circumstances. Self confidence refers to the trust a person has in his abilities and judgment, which enables him to express his knowledge and opinion freely with no or little difficulties. Self confidence is not a permanent state of mind. A person's level of confidence may increase or decrease within a given period. While some people are confident all the time, other tends to experience fluctuating situations, and another group of person have almost no confidence at all. Self confidence is dependent on various factors, including a person's temperament, society and culture, educational level, wealth, trends of successes and failures, etc. Having self confidence can bring many benefits at home, at work, and within your relationship. Here's a look at a few of the positive effects of self confidence can have on your life. Better performance. Rather than waste time and energy worrying you aren't good enough, you can devote your energy to your efforts. So ultimately, you will perform better when you feel confident. Healthy relationship. Having self confidence not only impacts how you feel about yourself, but it helps you better understand and love others. It also gives you the strength to walk away if you are not getting what you deserve. Openness to try new things. When you believe in yourself, you are more willing to try new things. Whether you apply for a job or delivering a presentation, putting yourself out there is a lot easier when you have confidence in yourself and your abilities. Resilience. Believing in yourself can enhance your resilience or ability to bounce back from any challenges or adversities you face in life. As we talked about earlier, self confidence is dependent on a number of factors. You may be confident today, but what if something very embarrassing happens to you tomorrow? No matter what the circumstances may be, but don't hate yourself. As Swami Vivekananda pointed out, our first duty is not to hate ourselves, because to advance we must have faith in ourselves first and then in God. He who has no faith in himself can never have faith in God. Moreover, he said, whatever you think that you will be, if you think yourself weak, weak you will be. If you think yourself strong, strong you will be. If you think yourself impure, impure you will be. If you think yourself pure, pure you will be. This teaches us not to think ourselves as weak, but as strong, omnipotent, omniscient. No matter what I have not expressed it yet, it is in me. All knowledge is in me. All power, all purity, and freedom. Why cannot I express this knowledge? Because I do not believe in it. Let me believe in it, and it must and will come out. Fortunately for us, there are things you can do to boost your self confidence. Whether you lack confidence in one specific area or you struggle to feel confident about anything, these strategies can help. Stop comparing yourself to others. Whether you compare how you look to your friends on Facebook or you compare your salary to your friend's income, comparison aren't healthy. For God's sake, do not think yourself inferior by seeing the snaps of others. Always remember that people post their happy moments on their social media. One of my students said that he is feeling depressed by seeing the wonderful pictures of their friends along with their girlfriends. It seems to him how unfortunate he is not to be with someone to share those wonderful and intimate moments. I just told him not to compare yourself with others as it might deteriorate your self-worth. Even researchers found that people who compare themselves to others experience envy, and the more envy they experience, the worse they felt about themselves. If you are feeling envious of someone else's life, remind yourself of your own strength and successes. Focus on your own life and not the lives of others. When you notice you are drawing comparison, remind yourself that doing so isn't helpful. Everyone is running their own race and life isn't a competition. Surround yourself with people who love you and want the best for you. Pay attention to how your friends make you feel. Do your friends lift you up or bring you down? Are they constantly judging you or do they accept you for who you are? The people who spend time will influence your thoughts and attitude about yourself more than you think. If you feel bad about yourself after hanging out with a particular person, it may be time to say goodbye. I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to criticism of others. In fact, constructive criticism makes you learn and grow. Beware of false praise, as I am saying, surround yourself with positive people. Be kind to yourself. Self compassion involves treating yourself with kindness when you make a mistake, fail, or experience a setback. It's a way of relating to yourself that allows you to become more emotionally flexible and better able to navigate challenging emotion and enhances your connection to self and others. Researchers have linked the ability to relate to ourselves in a compassionate way to self confidence. It is found that self compassion contributes to more consistent confidence. So, the next time you are in a challenging situation, recognize that being imperfect or falling short at times is a part of living. Do your best to navigate these experiences with self compassion. Practice positive self talk. Using self talk that is optimistic can help you foster self compassion, overcome self doubt, and take on new challenges. On the other hand, negative self talk can limit your abilities and lessen your confidence by convincing your subconscious that you cannot handle it or that something is too hard and you shouldn't even try. The next time you begin to think that you have no business speaking up in a forum or that you are not worthy of something, remind yourself that your thoughts aren't always accurate. Here are a few examples of how to challenge pessimistic self talk and reframe your thoughts into a more positive way of thinking. Instead of telling yourself, I cannot handle this or this is impossible, try reminding yourself that you can do it or all I have to do is try. Instead of telling yourself, I can do nothing right, when you make a mistake, remind yourself, I can do better next time, or at least I learned something. Instead of saying you hate public speaking, you use a milder word like don't like, and better still, let's try. I might not be good now, but I can improve. And remind yourself that everyone has strength and weakness. Face your fear. Stop putting things off, like asking someone on a date or applying for a promotion, until you feel more confident. The best way to build your confidence is by facing your fears head on. Practice facing some of your fears that stem from lack of self confidence. If you are afraid you will embrace yourself, or you think that you are going to mess up, try it anyway. You can try with the biggest fear of most people, that is public speaking. Tell yourself it's just an experiment and see what happens. You might learn that being a little anxious or making a few mistakes isn't as bad as you thought. And each time you move forward, you can gain more confidence in yourself, which in the end will help prevent you from taking any risk that will result in any major negative consequences. You need to change your attitude and believe that you are going to succeed. You need to implement positive thinking techniques that help you learn from your failures. Stay focused, forgive yourself, and make positive friends and mentors. Start loving yourself. You are unique, you are brilliant. Change your thinking, cultivate reading, and never miss a chance for your personal development. Your positive self image will develop your self confidence and vice versa.